माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी श्री जगदीप धनखड़ का सदैव अटल में आगमन, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री एवं अन्य गणमान्य व्यक्तियों द्वारा उनका स्वागत। अटल जी ने कहा था कि आदमी की पहचान उसकी धन या आसन से नहीं होती, उसके मन से होती है। मन की फकीरी पर कुबेर की संपदा भी रोती है। जीवन के प्रति विनम्रता और आत्म मंथन को उजागर करते हैं अटल जी के वाक्य। प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में अटल जी की दूरदृष्टि का उदाहरण सर्व शिक्षा अभियान, स्वर्णिम चतुर्भुज योजना और भारत को परमाणु शक्ति संपन्न राष्ट्र बनाने जैसे निर्णयों में दिखता है। कारगिल युद्ध के समय उनका नेतृत्व देश के लिए प्रेरणा का स्रोत बना। उन्होंने राजनीति को केवल सत्ता का साधन नहीं बल्कि सेवा का माध्यम माना। अटल जी के भाषणों में संयम, स्पष्टता और गहनता थी, जो उनके विरोधियों का भी दिल जीत लेती थी। सक्रिय राजनीति से संन्यास लेने के बाद भी अटल जी का व्यक्तित्व और विचार लोगों का मार्गदर्शन करते रहे। दिल्ली की इस सर्द सुबह में सदैव अटल पर अटल जी को श्रद्धांजलि देने के लिए कई गणमान्य अतिथि और उनकी प्रेरणा से जीवन को दिशा देने वाले लोग आज यहां एकत्रित हुए हैं। यहां आज सदैव अटल पर संत समाज के अनेक व्यक्ति मौजूद हैं। अटल जी मन के उद्गार को व्यक्त करने के लिए कविता का सहारा लेते।
पूर्व राष्ट्रपति श्री रामनाथ कोविंद जी श्रद्धा के सुमन अर्पित करते हुए। गृह मंत्री श्री अमित शाह जी श्रद्धेय अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी को श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित करते हुए। लोकसभा अध्यक्ष आदरणीय श्री ओम बिरला जी। आंध्र प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री आदरणीय श्री चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी।
Live by Abhishek Kapoor, the senior executive editor at Republic Media Network. Abhishek, just take us through, as we can see from the visuals on screen, that not only Prime Minister Modi but the top leaders from the NDA have joined in to celebrate the 100th birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Just take us through what is happening today and how important really Vajpayee ji's role has been in India's political landscape.
Well, this is a very important occasion insofar as BJP politics, the right-wing politics of the country is concerned, because this marks a centenary year, or the beginning of the centenary year for former Prime Minister late Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Bharat Ratna, bestowed by the present government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And it's also significant that the entire NDA leadership is there. Just a while back, we had the pictures of N. Chandrababu Naidu, the TDP chief, and now Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. Remember, in the NDA-1, he was the convener, and he was the one who really brought together allies for the BJP till that time when Vajpayee became the Prime Minister in 1996 for the first time for 13 days, and then for 13 months, and then again for 6 years. 4.5 years, Vajpayee, the BJP was seen as a political untouchable. It was such an overhang of socialist secular politics that it was difficult for the BJP to find allies, and Chandrababu Naidu at that time played a great role in getting some of the parties from the political dispensation to come along and align with the BJP. And then subsequently, of course, you had the likes of even Mamata Banerjee, Nitish Kumar joining in the government. And now you have effectively the same coalition with N. Chandrababu Naidu there as part of the NDA, Nitish Kumar as part of the NDA, when the BJP is hitting the 100-year mark or centenary year for the stalwart leader. And all these leaders, including from the NDA partner allies, parties, is a statement of sorts that the NDA is going strong. But essentially, the moment that we are seeing on air now is about the legacy of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He was of the old political mold, but at the same time, such strongly conservative, such strongly right-wing, such strongly Hindutva, that many of his poems are still quoted about how strongly he felt about Hinduism in his heart. The fact that it was essentially the persona and the personality of Atal Bihari Vajpayee that really brought in a great amount of acceptability to the BJP, which was otherwise seen as a right-wing fringe till the time that Vajpayee was really center-staged in the larger scheme of things by the Hindu establishment. And then, of course, the rise of the BJP. In a way, it was a twining of Vajpayee's center staging and the Ayodhya movement, which really made the BJP acceptable. Of course, a great amount of nuts and bolts credit also goes to L.K. Advani, who did the nuts and bolts job of on the organization. But the Vajpayee was effectively the face and the acceptability matrix so far as the BJP's rise in the 1990s goes. For the long period of time that Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, BJP got to implement some of the ideas of governance which have been now taken to the next level in the NDA-2 and the NDA-3 governments led by Prime Minister Modi since 2014. So, the basics like the idea of an Aadhaar that had its genesis in the time of the Vajpayee government, the idea of saturation coverage had its genesis at the time of Vajpayee government by way of Antyodaya. And so I think in many ways the governance years of Vajpayee inspire the present BJP governments, not just at the center but in the states. So, for example, I recall when Prime Minister Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he would mark 1 week of Good Governance Week beginning 25th of December.
like you rightly mentioned, he's not only inspired people across the country, but also sort of shaped the current face of BJP that we see today. And in terms of the acceptability, sort of bring in the acceptability that was lacking with the BJP about 2 decades ago, and to sort of bring it as part of the mainstream in the country and sort of popularize it and increase its acceptance, definitely been instrumental. Could you just take our viewers through how instrumental really former Prime Minister Vajpayee's role has been, as you mentioned?
Well, so coming back to the conversation we were having, we are as of now getting pictures from Sadaiv Atal, the memorial for Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the event is being held to mark the beginning of the 100th year of Vajpayee. Was born in 1925, 25th of December, Christmas Day. And, the politics of Vajpayee we were discussing. Before that, let's finish the governance part that we were discussing. So, in many ways, the NDA-1 government years of Atal Bihari Vajpayee as Prime Minister have really inspired the present lot of the BJP governments, both at the center and the state level, in terms of drawing their governance philosophy. So be it Antyodaya at that time getting reflected in saturation coverage of the Modi government now, or the issue of Aadhaar cards now that we have Jan Dhan, for example, the JAM Trinity, owing its origin to the idea originally mooted during the Vajpayee years of every citizen having an identification. And so on the issue of national security, for example, the fact that Vajpayee for longest of years thought of India becoming an overt nuclear power, and did so when he became Prime Minister in the 11-month government that he was Prime Minister. And the fact that during the Kargil situation, the strong response that India gave to Pakistan and made a statement to the world community, it gets reflected in the surgical strikes and the air strikes that we now carry out as a strong state. All those aspects that we see of governance now under the Modi government were in fact had their origin in the Vajpayee years. And in that sense, Vajpayee as Prime Minister, as leader of the government of NDA-1, really inspires the BJP lot and the governments of the party in various states today. And that's getting reflected. So as the Prime Minister, for example, in the op-ed that he has written, he talks about the magnetic persona of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the fact that he was a poet Prime Minister, the fact that despite wanting India to be strong and wanting the nuclear umbrella for it and a nuclear becoming a new overt nuclear power, he was the one who wrote a poem on the pain of Hiroshima, and he really had that kind of empathy. The fact that under Vajpayee, India attained not just internal resilience but global recognition. The fact that after a gap of almost 20-25 years, an American president came to India when Bill Clinton came in the year 2000, and Vajpayee increased the stature of India by that in the Global Committee of Nations. The fact that Vajpayee had the cultural rootedness to go to the United Nations and speak in Hindi, and becoming the first leader to be doing so, representing billions. The fact that Vajpayee had such acceptability that he would be sent, despite being in a position by the Narasimha Rao government as a leader of the delegation to the United Nations. That really gives you an idea of the what kind of politics the legacy Atal Bihari Vajpayee really left, and which inspires represent a lot of leaders sitting there. Many of them have worked directly with Atal Bihari Vajpayee, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Remember the manner in which Prime Minister draws inspiration from Vajpayee is encapsulated in the op-ed that he has written today, narrating all the events from the former Prime Minister's life, which have inspired the cadres and the larger mass of citizenry in the country. So he's mentioning about the nuclear tests, he's mentioning about other governance ideas which continue to get reflected in the present government. The fact that Vajpayee approached power with a certain detachment. The fact that he couldn't prove majority by just one vote, and he decided to not get into the hanky-panky, so to say, of buying votes, and preferred to resign as Prime Minister, and in a way, brought in a lot of a moral clarity to kind of politics that should be practiced. And Prime Minister really mentioning that. Also remember, I was mentioning that Prime Minister, when he was Chief Minister, declared 1 week of good governance every year, beginning 25th of December, Vajpayee's birthday. And as Prime Minister, he has declared 25th of December every year as Good Governance Day. And that really gives you an idea of the kind of place Vajpayee has in the scheme of things on governance in the mind of the Prime Minister. And he is mentioning, of course, so insofar as the BJP politics is concerned, how Vajpayee, along with L.K. Advani and Murli Manohar Joshi, were essentially the foundational troika and really shepherded the BJP's rise through the 70s and 80s and ultimately culminating with the government formation in the 1990s. And I was mentioning Chandrababu Naidu, who's present there, played a crucial role as a convener of the NDA and really brought together that coalition. In the pictures now we are seeing the leadership: President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They are all now, I believe, thanking the troupe that was playing those recitals and having a conversation with them. Behind the leaders, you can see J.P. Nadda, the BJP president. Of course, party is in a churn, and there would be a new leadership. A lot of other people from the party, ministers, can be seen sitting there in the seating area. And the fact that Vajpayee stood his ground, stood along with Advani, stood their ground when the entire ecosystem was so strongly pro-Congress and still held on to their ideas, ideology, and they shepherded those right-wing movements, ultimately making the BJP and right-wing politics acceptable in the country. Great credit goes to Vajpayee, and that's why you are seeing this generation of leaders in gratitude assembling. Of course, this is going to go on for long. Remember, this is a centenary year, but this is the beginning. And on that note, I believe they are ending the event and going to leave. So let's take a break on that note and come back.